Hey everyone, welcome back to Lavendaire. I just wanted to pop in and let you know that the podcast returns this Sunday, November 11th for season 4 of the Lavendaire Lifestyle podcast. Super excited for you to hear it. You can listen on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, anywhere where you can listen to podcasts basically. Or you can even listen on the blog, lavendaire.com. And if you have been listening to the podcast and you enjoy it, then I would love if you could just leave a good review on iTunes because that helps me a lot. But anyway, I just thought I would give you guys a look at a podcast week and what that looks like. Typically, I like to batch my podcast recordings together so that I could just focus on podcasts for a week and I get in that podcast recording mode. Keep in mind that for this week, I just came back from traveling, so I was pretty jet lagged for this podcast week, but I thought I'd give you guys a real look at this week. Morning guys, it is podcast week, which means I am bulk recording all my podcasts this week. I have 11 scheduled and I thought I would just take you along with me in my journey in my closet. Here's my setup. My mic is here. My laptop is right there with the interface. And I have my podcast in a couple minutes, so I'll give more of an update later. I just realized how messy this closet looks from this perspective because this is Wilson's side, his crutches, random bed sheets. So the reason I record in the closet is I have good soundproofing from all of these clothes. It kind of makes the room soundproof and it's a small space. The sound doesn't travel very far. There's no echo, so it sounds better. Right now I'm just waiting for my computer fan to turn off because it's like too loud. I don't want that to go into the sound. Let me show you my setup. So I have Logic Pro here to record a backup, my intros and outros. I usually have like a Google Doc of my questions I've prepared and I'm doing like, you know, intros and outros here. And then I actually use this program, Zencaster, to record all my podcasts. Whenever I have a guest, their name pops up here and you just record through this app and it uploads the audio to Dropbox, which is really helpful. And those are basically the 3 things I need. So I've actually just recorded 2 interviews already. I did my first one with Maddie Moon, I did Maria Marlowe, and now I just record the intros and outros for those interviews since I'm doing things a little bit differently this season. So usually I have to like write my notes on the doc and just record it after the interview. So I just finished doing my intros and outros for the podcast for those 2 episodes. Now I have a 2-hour break until my next interview with Matt Diavella, and I'm excited for that because I've done a podcast with him on his podcast, The Ground Up Show, so it should be fun. It's more like talking to an old friend. And right now, honestly, I'm feeling really like tired and I want to take a nap. I'm still getting over jet lag because I came back from my Asia trip like less than a week ago. That was actually a really good nap. Now I'm gonna do my next podcast. I'm lucky to be able to do this. See you later. I decided to treat myself today. I got this tostada salad thing from Earth Cafe. It's very delicious. And I also got like a turmeric latte that I'm trying out. I like the taste of turmeric. It like doesn't taste good to a normal person, but it's like the healthy good, so it's very tasty. I actually have like another Skype meeting at 7, so in about like 45 minutes, which will be the 4th meeting today. And then I have yoga class that I booked for like 8 o'clock after the meeting, so it's a full day of activities and stuff, even though I'm like at home in my PJs most of the day. Done with my meeting. Now I'm gonna go out and do some yoga. I haven't done yoga in so long, so I'm very excited. And then I have to prep tomorrow's podcast tonight, and I have a bunch of other little work to do, so it's a busy day. Hello! I am so bad at vlogging my podcast week. So today I woke up and immediately I had 3 podcasts back to back. I did Amanda Rach Lee, Gala Darling, and Teresa Chung, and I just finished, and right now I am in the process of finishing recording my intros and my wrap-ups, which this season, since I'm putting more time and effort into it, it is taking me longer to like record my personal parts, but I think it'll be worth it because it's much more in-depth and I put more of my personality into it, so it should be more fun. Wilson's home today, so after I record this last wrap up, I am starving. I ate like just a banana today and I just can't wait to eat. It's like 4 p.m. right now. After I eat, I have time. I wanted to film like a quick YouTube video, but I don't know. We'll see if that happens. And then tonight I'm going to this DIY event with my cousin, which should be fun. I also always stand to record podcasts because I feel like I have more energy talking while standing. When I sit down, my voice will get lower and slower, so I try to keep up the energy. I'm a pretty chill person anyway, so that's why I have to stand to sound more interesting. Sometimes like my legs get tired and I have to like just, you know, exercise them and stretch. I always have to move my mic because I can't open the door with the mic. It's like stuck, so that's why I'm always moving this. And then when I'm done with my podcast, I move this off to the side so it's not in the way of me like picking out clothes. I'm done. I'm gonna unplug my laptop now. I felt like I just needed to lay down. Recording podcasts is fun, but it's kind of exhausting. And during this like 2-hour time slot that I had free, originally I wanted to shoot a video, but now I'm just like, I'm starving. So Wilson's making me noodles. He's making ichiran, the instant noodles from Japan. I think part of me is guilty because I haven't uploaded a video in a while. But with all the other work that I'm doing, it's like I kind of have to put the videos on a back burner. So it's more of like accepting that I have to be slow at that and work on what needs to be done, and then everything else eventually will be back in a normal flow again. So now I'm on the way to meet my cousin. We're gonna go together to LA to this fun DIY event. We're getting a little event inspiration for the Lavendaire launch event. So yeah, I'm excited. I am home. The event was super fun. I didn't really finish what I was making, but I brought it home so that I could finish it. Now I got to prepare for tomorrow's podcast, so I have to prepare for another 3 interviews tomorrow. We're doing 3, 3, 3, and then the last day I think I have 2, so yeah, I think that's 11 podcast episodes for this week. I feel tired, but I'm gonna work now. It is 3:45 a.m. and I am finishing up with researching for my guest tomorrow. I kind of went down this rabbit hole since I'm interviewing a tarot reader tomorrow. I was looking through her website and listening to her podcast, and then it inspired me to like browse and shop Amazon for my first tarot card deck, and I actually just like purchased one that is like so pretty. But I don't know, I guess I have fun researching guests. It does take some time because sometimes I get lost and I'm like learning new things and I'm so interested. But yeah, that's what happened. So I just finished one podcast interview and I showed up to it really sleepy because I couldn't sleep till like 7 a.m. last night. Just, I don't know if it's jet lag or my mind was just so like constantly excited and thinking about new ideas, and I kept having to wake up, write reminders and ideas down, otherwise it would just keep playing in my mind. But I'm just gonna lay down. I have like 30 minutes until my next podcast. I am not done filming my video, but it's time for my next podcast. I am done. That was so much fun. That was an interview with Bridget of Biddy Tarot. So it was the tarot woman, and I told her that I bought a new deck last night because of her. And I'm actually very excited to like explore tarot and play with my deck because it's less mystical and more about intuition and using it as like a spiritual guidance tool. So I just did 2 podcast interviews today, and right now I am about to finish recording my final intro and wrap up for this week. This will be the last one. After this, I'm done, and then I got other like videos and stuff to work on. I am so relieved that this week is done. Almost. And just like that, podcast week is done and I am relieved. Next time, you know what? I made the mistake of doing 4 days of this podcast week right after I came back from traveling. I scheduled this week like 2 months ago. Back then, I didn't realize how much work I would have to do in this week. So because of podcasts, I would had to like push back so many things. I think in the future, I'm only gonna do like 2 or 3 days at a time instead of like 4 or 5 days. Like I've done 5 days in the past. But I'm happy it's done and I feel proud of myself. I learned so much in these few days talking to 11 people, and I definitely need time to like marinate these ideas. I don't want to just be inspired and then forget about it. So yeah, I'm gonna journal and all that stuff. Hope you guys like this look into my life. Listen to the podcast, Lavendaire Lifestyle, comes out November 11th. Bye guys.